Listen, I get it. You might be thinking, who's this guy? And what is infinite strength? So here in this video, I'd like to explain a little bit more about what infinite strength means and what this whole concept encompasses for me. So when you hear about infinite strength, one of the first things you're probably thinking is some kind of longevity aspect. So being strong really late into your life, 60s, 70s, 80s, etc. And while that longevity part is certainly one aspect of it, and I don't have personal experience speaking to that. I'm 31 years old, I'm a former athlete, and I'm still in the prime of my life physically. It's definitely my goal in life to be strong and capable forever and set my life up now to be able to do that. So when I think about infinite strength, there's really three parts to it. The first part of it is the mindset or the aspirational aspect of it. So I strongly believe we all can and should be physically capable until we die. I think strength is a huge part of that, and having a strong physical practice that encompasses strength training is hugely important for that. But the mindset and believing that that is possible, and then also setting up your life in a way to enable that with your family, with how you want to live, and making a physical practice an integral part of your life, I think is hugely important. The second part is the actual training or the possibilities of training. So I strongly believe there's so many different ways to go about strength training. It's absolutely beautiful and amazing, the possibilities that there are. It doesn't have to be one way. It can change. You can do different exercises, different training programs. It can change over time. You can really fit so many different things in there. You can't do everything all at once, all the time, but it can definitely change, adjust over time, and probably should, because your life changes, you change, your body's going to change and feel differently. So I think having a training mindset and a training approach that still allows you to train and where you're free and able to adjust whatever situation you're in, I think is hugely important. So that the infinite possibilities of strength training is really, really a big part of that. And then the third aspect of it is the holistic approach to training and life. So I strongly believe training and life are not separated. A strong physical practice, strength training, I think should be an integral part of life. All of us benefit from that. It's a great outlet for your energy. It's a great way to build muscle, to be strong, to be capable. I think to also just feel better overall and have a better experience of my life. Now, I'm obviously very biased. I've loved this for a really long time. I've been strength training for over 17 years, and it's just a huge passion of mine. But I think anyone can get into a strong physical practice. I think anyone should be able to find some kind of enjoyment in strength training, because as I said in point number 2, there's really so many different ways to go about it. And I really want to show the beauty of strength training, what it can do to your life, and kind of different ways to go about it. So those are the three big aspects of it: the mindset, the actual training, and then the holistic integration in your own life. So what that looks like in practice, so the biggest thing you need to do to really change your life is, or transform your life, or do whatever you want in your life, is the mindset aspect to it. You need to believe you can be strong. You need to believe you can be lean, capable, powerful, etc., whatever you want to do. So that mindset part is hugely important. And setting up your life in a way that is conducive to that and helpful to that is super powerful. So that's where you need to start. You need to start believing you can be stronger. You can always get better. You can always grow. You can always continue to learn. And that your life can change, but you'll be able to adjust, still be able to keep going forward and make progress. So I think that's really the biggest part of it. Then secondly, the training aspect to it. So that can be so many different ways depending on what your goals are. I very much like strength training with a barbell, with some kettlebells, different kinds of weights, different powerlifting and Olympic lifting movements, all sorts of things. But you can also do so much with body weight. You can do push-ups, you can do different leg exercises at home. There's so many different ways to go about it. And that's really kind of beautiful. You can go more the calisthenics route. There's so many different ways to grow and build muscle, to be more physically capable, to get leaner, to get stronger, all that kind of stuff. So the important thing there is really, what do you want? And also what inspires you, what excites you to go after. So I'm definitely here to share some inspiration, to show you the different ways that I go about it. And I'm definitely here and willing to help if you need any further approaches to go about your own training, how to make it fit with your life. So definitely feel free to reach out there. But the biggest blocks really to be lean, to be strong, and to be muscular is have a very consistent routine, something that you can stick with for a really, really long time. Because all of this takes time. It's going to take years, and you can still make progress for a long time, but you need to do something consistently. I certainly recommend at least 2 times per week, strength training sessions, some full body movements, so you train your whole body, you train really close to failure, you push yourself really hard. You don't need to get lost in all the different weeds, how many sets. So I think at least 2 sets for different exercises, generally what I like to do. But you can go more than that, you can go less than that. But the biggest thing is that you are consistent, and you do something that is sustainable for your own life and that you can get after and have fun doing. And then I've already touched about that, really, is what fits with your life. What can you do to set up your life in a way that a physical practice is a big part of it? How can you make more time to fit that in there? And also think about what you want to do. Do you want to be strong and capable for the rest of your life? I think the answer for most of us is yes, and should be yes. And setting your life up in a way that's conducive to that, I think, is really important. And it doesn't take a lot. Training actually you don't need to train many, many hours per week. You can if you want to, but to be strong, capable, generally healthy, you certainly don't need to do that. So that's really what Infinite Strength is all about. It's this holistic lifestyle approach, starting with mindset, starting with the belief that you can grow, that you can get better, that you continuously adjust and kind of explore different things as well. And that training can be this absolutely joyful and freeing experience where you can try different things, you can continue pushing yourself hard and continue making progress. And that training and life are not separate from another. They're one beautiful thing that's kind of the same thing. I think to really make progress and do this for a long time, I think it needs to be an integral part of your life. It needs to be something you enjoy. You definitely need to learn to listen to your body, to auto-regulate. There's going to be times in your life where you don't feel like training, where your body's giving you all these signals that you should stop, and sometimes it's important to push through that. You're not going to always feel like training, but also what I've found for me personally, I think it's really important to learn also when to push and when to pull back. When you think about doing this for a long time, your body's staying healthy and capable and moving well, injuries are not going to be helpful at all. So figuring out or learning, and you're going to learn that over time. I've been doing this for a long time, but you're going to learn that there's certain times when you can push, your body's going to give you signals, and really figuring out what your own capacity is in a certain moment, if you should push now or should not. And I think that's hugely important also to learn, to be able to stay healthy and continue this for a really long time. So yeah, those are basically the 3 aspects of what Infinite Strength is, what it means to me. I think it's really, really important. It's something that I'm hugely passionate about. I want to continue to share my passion for training, for a healthy, strong life, and setting up my lifestyle to be able to allow all that, to strongly integrate with my strength training, and really share the joy and freedom that strength training and movement provides, and continuing going down that road. So if any of this resonates with you, please like and subscribe to the video. Comment if you have any questions or feedback to leave me. Connect with me on Instagram, or feel free to schedule a free call with me. Then we can figure out how I might be able to help you. But yeah, just follow along. I'm going to continue sharing the stuff that I learn. I continuously adjust and expand, and I'm so excited to continue learning, to continue exploring, to continue strength training and figuring out ways how I can be better, how I can make training fit even better with my life. And it's just beautiful. It's magnificent, and I can't imagine myself stopping ever. And that's my aspiration. That's how I want to set up my life, and that's my goal. So yeah, if you found this helpful, inspirational, and want to learn more, follow along, and let's get all stronger together and have fun and live life to the fullest. Let's go.